This is Brian, and welcome to Full the Darkness, episode number 5, Shadow in the Corner. Sometimes when I wake up in the middle of the night, I see a figure standing at the other end of the room. It's not every night, and it's usually so dark and so fleeting that by the time my eyes have adjusted to what I think I'm seeing, it's gone. In the moment I figure I'm still waking up, or I'm groggy, or I saw a very blurry shadow and mistook it for someone's vague silhouette. And each time I think I see someone standing in the corner, watching me silently, and it turns out to be nothing, a few days will pass with nothing happening at all, as if to somehow reassert that I'm just groggy and acting irrational. But then after those few days pass, it'll happen again. I'll wake up and I'll feel like someone else is in the room with me, which would be unusual since I sleep alone. I'll also feel like I have a sudden urge to pee, which isn't so unusual, because I often wake up in the middle of the night having to go. But on certain nights, the ones when I feel like someone else is in there with me, I get this sudden thought that leaving the bed and stepping out into the black, open room would be a grave mistake. Ultimately, the urge to go forces me to get up. I'll tell myself I'm just being ridiculous, that it's a simple trip 10 feet to the bathroom. And when I slowly look over into the corner of the room and my stomach drops, I'll see that nothing's there. The corner's empty. But it still doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel empty. I'll cast off the covers and feel exposed. Naked. Vulnerable. I don't even sleep naked, but I'll have this deep, sinking feeling in my gut like I've just shown my weak spot to something much more powerful than myself, that the covers were the only thing keeping me safe. That sensation, that someone's standing in the corner, it'll get stronger and stronger the further I venture from the bed, but I won't be able to bring myself to look. I know it's silly, but it'll seem like if I make the mistake of stealing a peek that I'm going to find myself looking at something that's staring back at me. And yet that doesn't stop my peripheral vision from noticing. Sometimes it's while I'm on the way to the bathroom. Sometimes it's while I'm on my way out and I'm rushing back to the bed. But I'll see movement in the side of my eye, from the corner of the room. I'll see a shadow that I didn't think was there before. And then I'll tumble into bed and hide underneath the sheets, and that feeling of dread will all but disappear. This huge sense of relief will just wash over me. And again, a few more days will pass where I don't feel a thing, don't see a thing, and I'm just someone who should stop drinking water before bed, who has to get up and take a leak at 3 in the morning. Someone who possibly has too vivid of an imagination. But then after those days pass, the same thing will happen again. And here's the thing. Each time it happens, I can feel it getting a little bit closer to me. Like, since I won't go over to the corner and look at it, it's coming to look at me. 3 nights ago, I got up in the middle of the night to use the bathroom. It was unnaturally cold, and I was instantly filled with dread. I felt like someone was there in the room with me. I ran to the bathroom, I evacuated my bladder, and then on my way out I saw shadows stirring in my peripheral vision. That sense of dread deepened, but I didn't look. I only focused on the bed, which seemed like it was a mile away from me. That's when I felt an icy breath exhale on the back of my neck. That's when I heard a whisper call out something I couldn't properly hear nor understand, but whatever it was, the intention was clear. It was angry. I dove into bed and hid deep underneath the covers, but that relief that I was expecting to come from being buried in the blankets didn't. I didn't sleep that night. I didn't even move, because that feeling that someone was there with me, it didn't leave like it usually did. Not until just before sunup, and even then, I stayed under the covers willing myself to get out of bed. A few days have passed since then, with nothing happening, as it always does. And yet, as I write this, it's 10 p.m., and tonight feels like the kind of night where I'll wake up and see something that I don't want to see standing in the room with me. That when I get up, I'll feel its cold breath on my neck, hear its angry whisper, and this time, maybe this time I won't be able to make it back to bed in time. Maybe this time it'll be close enough to grab me, to drag me away into the darkness, and it'll show me what's really in that corner.